Hey everybody, and welcome to what your inner selves need you to know, or what's in store for your inner selves and all that in your inner world for the 2nd through the 8th of February of 2025. As always with these, take it resonates and leave it doesn't. I'm using my Dark Magic Oracle deck today. And if you'd like a personalized read, my link will be in the description below. So let's get started. So we have Victorious. It is good to ask for help. So this could mean as long as you ask for help, you can get what you want. But if you're going to be arrogant and you're not going to ask for help, or you're going to avoid asking for help, or you're going to avoid doing what you were told to do to get the help, or you're going to refuse to use the resources available, or you're going to make excuses if you don't see why you have to do it, or you're just asking for help to make it look like you want help, or you're going to the wrong person for help, then it's just going to cause a lot of smokescreen and a lot of issues. You need to learn how to see past the fluff and pillar and stop smoke screening yourself. Learning through the gaslighting techniques that you give yourself, and saying you're not good enough, that you're overreacting, and that you wish you were wrong, and you wish this would have happened, and if that should have happened this way, and just changing your mindset and shifting your focus is a lot of strength for this week, especially between the 8th and the 12th. But for the 2nd and the 8th, especially between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., you're going to have a lot of local time. You're going to have a lot of victories, whether they be small or big. There's a lot of big changes on the horizon within the next year, or by the 12/12 portal at least. And it's one of those things where you just need to find a rekindling, or find a new piece of wood to work on, or clear the air. These are all figurative or metaphorical, or it could even be physical. Going out to camp, doing some outdoor activities, speaking about childhood activities when you were at camp, ghost stories. Stick out both the anime and the actual ghost stories. Camp movies, campfires. It reminds me of the Campfire song by SpongeBob. So a lot of inner child healing, a lot of learning lessons from things that you used to watch as a kid, watching it again and seeing what you get from it this time. Watching it through a different lens. There's a lot of abusive relationships and abuse that you've willfully blacked out, or you don't remember, that could be hindering you. This could be past life karmic connection. This could be parallel karmic connection. This could be a smoke signal warning for future. Excuse me one second. And it looks like love is blossoming. So love is blossoming within yourself and outside of yourself and around you. There's a lot of happiness and frivolity and a lot of nostalgia, a lot of childlike wonder, elemental magic based on mood, a lot of mood disorders and personality disorders and illnesses. I say that lightly. Codependencies and addictions based on your mood and triggers. So if you're reaching for the pipe, or you're reaching for your vape pen, or you're reaching for the bottle, or you're reaching for your phone when you're upset, or you're reaching for a pile of work, or the bed, or a shower, or refusing to eat, or refusing to sleep, or forcing yourself to stay in the cold when you're too hot, too cold, or forcing yourself to stay too hot when you know that you need to cool down. Those are forms of self-martyrization that needs to be addressed, and you need to be informed about things. Educate yourself on things that have happened up to 2nd and 4th grade, and reflect on it for growth and see how that shaped how you love today, especially with those with acts of service and words of affirmation languages. There's a lot of mirroring energy, a lot of mirror forces, a lot of mirror empaths, mirror vampires, mirror lichens, mirror beings, mirror scrying can help. There's a lot of mirror portal energies going on, feeling like you're caught between dimensions or caught in the middle. Feeling like it's not just black and white, but not knowing exactly what it is. Like, you know it's not this or that or the other thing, but you don't know exactly what it is, kind of a deal. feeling like you've been there before but knowing you haven't, kind of a deal. Deja vu, but not quite. There's going to be a lot of black and white references, a lot of all or nothing mentality, a lot of feeling like you're walking on eggshells that you need to work through. Travel is very strong, especially through challenges, trials, and tribulations, and conflicts, and competition. It does look like there's a lot of manifesting love through victories from mirror exercises, especially when you take a daily approach to it and when you are non-stop working on it. Because once it becomes second nature, then you're not really working on it anymore and you can take the next step. Knowing to stay in an objective manner and being objective has helped you. Mirrored numbers and palindromes and studying different ways of looking at things has helped you gain perspective, especially when you're hung on the fence or up on the fence about a male or a masculine figure or someone that identifies as male, or you're feeling clouded in the mindset due to authority figures or mother wounds, and you feel like there's a lot of smoke screen and you can't think straight, and it's just a lot of fake niceness with strings attached. Listening to your heart and knowing what's going on, even if you can't fully know what it is and you don't physically have proof. You can have faith in the unknown just as much as you can fear it. Learning to face your fears and learning your pyromancy can help. Heat sensory issues, light sensitivity issues, and those that have food allergies or have a diet that removes eggs and dairy from that. So like vegan, for example. Dietitians, caregivers, and empowerment positions like adversaries, advocates, especially need to trust their inner wisdom, gain their inner power, refine their wording. You're very sophisticated, very elegant, very noble. There's a noble class, demon or deity or angel, that is working with you, that is like a moon goddess or someone that works closely with crystals or has a crystal reference like amethyst or ruby or like purple ruby or red amethyst or queenie or crown or faith, hope. Root chakra work all the way up to your crown chakra work need help. There's a lot of loss of direction and seeking external validation instead of seeking it inward, because you already know the answer, you just was hoping it was something else, or you wanted to be sure because you've been gaslit in the past. So now it's time to regain your sense of power and regain your abilities with a lot of introspection, lunar initiations, moon water practices, reflection exercises, crystal braids, cleansing and charging your crystals, especially those that are able to be cleansed in water, knowing what cannot be cleansed in water. If you've lost any stones around the water or found any stones around water beds or still water or moving water, then those may hold a significant symbolic reference that you may need to be more aware of to help heal on a global scale, especially with angel number 911 just hitting the clock. It does look like there's going to be a lot of self-empowerment and autonomy, especially for those in marginalized communities like non-white, cisgender male status, so women, non-whites, transgender, LGBTQ of any kind. Basically, whatever is not the majority demographic where you are, the marginalized community is standing tall and standing proud and going to have the sun on their backs and their ego death behind them. Identity crises are slowly coming to an end, and you know who you are deep down on a soul level. And no matter what anybody else says you are or you aren't, can take that away from you. So don't let others define you, for you cannot allow others to let you feel that way. Don't let them let you be angry. So preserve your power, because you have an infinite amount of wisdom. You have an infinite number of possibilities. You hold the key to your own success. So stop crop dusting yourself. Stop trying to push off the responsibilities, doing childish antics. Learn where you're being narcissistic, or where you're being reactory abusive, or when you are responding in a way that can come off vain or self-centered. Learning to delegate the responsibilities evenly, space out your activities, be responsible, be reasonable with things. Basically, don't wear white to somebody else's wedding, kind of a deal. Common sense, common knowledge. Self-sacrificing to gain inner wisdom doesn't always work. Mania may be setting in for a few of us. Working on releasing your anger and letting go of things. Chinese lanterns stick out. Turkish lamps stick out. Himalayan salt candles can be helpful. Word magic is very powerful. So incantations, speaking positivity into the balloon and releasing it. Speaking your worries into the balloon and releasing it into the wild, even if it's symbolic or a guided meditation of imagining yourself filling a balloon and pushing it out into the open. If anybody would like me to do some guided meditations, my link will be in the description below to help you along that journey for spiritual healing, like Stephen Ministry, or like a peer guidance counselor or peer guidance. Not necessarily for like legal sense or anything like that. Not necessarily for entertainment purposes, but for a sense of I needed to hear it even if it wasn't completely positive. 12s, 21s, 23s, and 27s stick out. And that's going to end your reading for the 2nd through the 8th February for what your inner selves needs you to know or want you to know. As always with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and my link will be in the description below if anybody would like any personalized reads. Thanks and have a great day.